things were not happening. I was working somewhere full-time in a hospital setup, not as a doctor, even when I wanted to be a doctor. This time around, I was working as a cleaner. And to make myself a little bit comfortable, I was promoted to be the supervisor of the cleaners. You understand? So I was a leader. And 6 months later, I wasn't being paid. I was working every single day. And my other colleagues were being paid, and then my boss was telling me, "You are the leader, we shall pay you next week." Next week, they pay them again, next week, 6 months. And that's just about the time I got invited to come and start network marketing. Honestly, when I came, I didn't have money to start. I was amateur. I didn't know how things are done. Are we following? And but thank God, like I want to be thankful to God for those of you who are online and also who are here. You have landed in the hands of the right leaders, and that is very key for success in business. I think we should clap for Okata Wellness. I landed in the hands of the right grandfather. You understand? My father in business was not serious, but my grandfather, you understand? My great-grand upline, my grand upline was a little bit experienced. So they taught me what I learned. Up to today, I'm still using. One of the things they taught me how to do right was the art of inviting. Tell your neighbor, the art of inviting. Invitation, like James told you yesterday, for those of you who attended yesterday, is a very key skill that you have to master if you're going to become successful in this business. You see, there are many skills, soft and hard skills, that you have to be good at. There is what we call soft skills. For example, communication. For example, empathy, that feeling of, I put myself in your shoes, I understand how you are, before I force you to do what I want you to do. You understand? So I get to your position. That is empathy. When you're empathetic, you easily connect heart to heart. People do what you want them to do, by the way. This is not a military kind of thing. Even when it comes to discipline, you have to do it militarily well. Are we together? Yesterday, I had a small group of people. I hope people on YouTube are watching us here on the board. One of them was telling me the board was not clear the other day. We talk about discipline, which is one of those soft skills that you have to learn. You know, soft skills. People look at you and they're like, that guy is disciplined. That guy is committed. Those are soft skills. That guy communicates well. That guy relates well with people. Are we together? Now, one of them is discipline. There are many. There are so many. There are very many. Chasticity, chasticity, chasticity. That feeling of like, you don't go about sleeping with everybody because you have some money. You know, that other feeling of like, this one will be someone's wife. I won't play on them. You understand? Those are, now, we talk about discipline. As I continue with my story, I did for them something like this. My other part of the team that I train and work with. And I drew for them something of a sort. It's a pie chart. You guys know pie chart, isn't it? And I told them, like I want to tell you today, a business requires a lot of discipline, which is a soft skill. Now, when it comes to the business building skills, like inviting, now we're going to talk about text messaging as one of those that you can use. I love text messaging so much because it simplifies my work. And I do the numbers game with it, and it's bringing me a good team very fast. And it maintains customers very fast. It is a super way to do business. Now, I was telling them discipline is needed as you're doing business. And I'm like, normally, in the world population, people don't know about this pie chart, but I want to bring it to your attention. We can categorize it in the layman's language for you to understand. And this is what I mean. This is 80%. This is 15%, and that is 5%. And 80, 15, 5% of what? You understand? 55% of what? Give this to Hassan. There. 80% of the people live lives and build business like what we call what? Civilians. Civilian. Civilian. Tell I'm on stage. Then these ones, there is what we call the police. You know the police, isn't it? A little bit disciplined. Civilians, no more. You know, as a civilian, I can abuse anyone just because I'm a what? I'm a civilian. I don't have to put on uniform just because I do what I want. Because I'm a what? I dress anyhowly, I talk anyhowly, I don't manage my time, I don't mind, I don't have goals, I don't have a daily planner. I'm a civilian. Now, 80% of people who join network marketing, even those who join Docata, build business like civilians, and that is bad. No wonder 80% of them don't become successful. And that is why you have a lot of negativity in the marketplace for those that failed. But of course, if you go ahead and cultivate the police discipline, you see, is the police globally disciplined, yes or no? Yes or no? They're disciplined, by the way. You know, when you go to like Chibuli here down, police barracks, I have clients there who buy Super Focus. When you go to deliver the product and you go there so early because you want to be here for the general training, you find them on parade. And then when you call her, she's not picking, and then she tells you, I was on parade, I had to talk to these people in my team. So they wake up so early, they dress up in uniform. You don't come to the parade just like that, because you know you're in the barracks, then the whistle is blown, or the ring, or the bell is rung, and then you run because you are in the barracks, they know you're police, and then you just show up in your shorts. Is that what they do? Even here in Monica, you've seen them. When the commander is ahead, they are free to move anyhowly. But do they move anyhowly? They're always in a line, yes or yes? And you're following the command. And then you look at the young one leading the older ones, but he's the commander, they are following discipline. And if you critically look at them, it's maybe a national celebration, and then probably the prisons police is marching. You even watch their legs moving at the same time. You understand? So disciplined and organized. That is 15%. If you choose to live your life like a police guy, you will have a to-do list every single day. You'll have a weekly goal every single day for sponsoring an invitation. You will be organized. You'll put on smartly because the police are always tucked in. Have you met a policeman not tucked in? Answer me, yes or no? That is discipline now. Now, if you choose to build life and business like a policeman, you're going to be better than the civilians. And you know what? These guys are more disciplined. In fact, when you join the police force, they take you for about a year of training. You come back when you have discipline. You wake up on time, you sleep in time, you eat in time, you manage time, you respect the elders. Even a young kid, you respect them. That's why sometimes Ugandans, as indisciplined as we are, you even throw stones at the police. And the stone hits him and he has a gun and he can't shoot you because he's disciplined. You understand? But in normal cases, you try stoning me with your pens. You'll see, I'll kill all of you. You understand? Now, 5%, we talk about the military. Now, you want, I love it. One day I was attending training by one of my coaches, James Maxwell. And he's like, you need military grade discipline if you're going to grow business. Are we following? What do you need? Please shout out loud, everybody. So these people online can know that there are people here, more than 100 who are watching, who are attending live. You need what? You need military grade discipline. So same when you're going to do what we call the text messaging, or you're going to do invitations using the text message, you don't need to do it like a civilian. Civilians go off track easily. They lose focus easily. They're not committed. They give up. They start a business, 6 months, they have started 4 businesses, and none of them is working. The police can persist maybe 2 years, 3 years, and before they want to quit, it is working for them. You can choose to move from the 80 to join the 15% for starters. And then you can later be a part of the 5%. Every single day, 50 messages for me, every day. 50, 7 days is 350. For 4 weeks is how much? 1,400. If I reach out to 1,400 people, and the 1,000 are negative, the 400 will be positive. Now, of the 400 who are positive, probably have about 50 who come. Of the 400, I've sent out 1,400. 1,000, cancel. 400, yes. Oh, let me just go write it right beside here. Positive. Even the positive who read the messages and they are interested, they call back. Not all of them come. Maybe of these ones, I have only 50 that show up for my presentations. If I have 30 days in a month and I have 50 guests in 30 days, approximately 1.5 people show up for my business every day. 2 people. I'm better than he who has no plan. If you can show the business to 2 people every single day, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 people. 2 people. For 30 days, it's 60 people who have seen your business. And 2 people in 12 hours, you have a lot of time with one guest before you bring another. You can answer their questions, you're not in a rush. And then, are you following? And then after 60 guests in a month, you have 4 sign-ups. Oh my goodness, this is so small. 56 refused. Yeah, that is business. You don't focus on those who refuse, you focus on the 4 who got started. If you can get 4 started for 12 months, you have 48 directly sponsored people. For those of you who are following me for the rest of the trainings I've done, how many people do you need to sign up to be among the top earners in network marketing, any company? How many? Those of you who know, put up your hand. How many? Yes. 40. Yes, Umar. How many? 40. And after 1 year, have how many now? 48. Are you setting up yourself to be among the top earners 5 years later in Okata? Yes. So one of the ways we can use to reach out to many people easily is what we call the text messaging. Now, somebody will be like, texts don't work. MTN wouldn't be sending you the SMS messages each time you transact mobile money because it doesn't work anymore anyway. That's what you think. Safaricom, for those of you in Kenya, wouldn't be texting you back to tell you about the happy independence or Uhuru Day in Nairobi. You wouldn't be getting birthday messages from your banks. You wouldn't, because it doesn't work anymore anyway. Do you see how people are still trying to make things like they're not working because they're civilian? Yes or no? So let's not take anything casually. Emails still work. But people rarely check emails on a daily. But you guys, check your text messages every single day. You see, you might be there pretending, wow, people are more on WhatsApp than any other. That is fine. They're more on WhatsApp. But then, how come every time you see that box on top of your screen of that thing you call your gadget, the phone, you want to check it? Isn't that an SMS? Am I talking to people or I'm just talking to dummies around? Am I talking to people? Now people answer back. Am I talking to people? Don't be cold. I won't say on me because you're not on me, right? So text messaging is key. It still works, but you have to play the numbers game. They've already told you about the numbers game, but how many of you play the numbers game while you're doing the text messaging? You don't want to do the hard work. No. You want to simplify life and do what has to be done. The simplest way. There are many text samples we have in this text slide we're going to do today. And we start right there. Why text messaging your prospect works? Now, I want you to read with me the first point. One, two, three, Cut. You guys are low. Sit upright, everybody, and read out loud. Let your vocal cords be open up loud, like you read with me. One, I'm not with me, for me. 1, 2, 3, Text. The new people sometimes feel intimidated to make that phone call. But in text, it is your phone. You just have to sit down with your upline, formulate a message, and all you have to do is to get the list of contacts, and then you start texting one at a time. In a minute, you can text 5 people. And lately, you have smartphones. You don't have to text, type like the Mapesa phones buttons are. You copy and paste and send. Copy and paste and send. You can even send 10 messages in a minute. So you can sit down and you're like, for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to send 40 messages or 100 messages. It is less intimidating compared to other ways like calling people. And you know what? Texting is a common way to communicate lately. SMSs or other social media platforms. You're using text. You type. People are now accustomed to text messages. Be it Messenger, Snapchat, TikTok messages, or a normal SMS. People are now used to text. You're like, send me a text. Or DM you, direct message you. So many people don't answer calls lately, especially if they're coming from strangers. Personally, I wouldn't call, or sometimes when I'm busy, I wouldn't pick up that strange line that is not saved. Unless I'm done, then I'll reach out to them again. Sometimes I feel like, and then let me first see who this one was. I check the number and the name. You understand? As I'm sending money. And this is common among people. Many people don't answer those calls from unknown numbers. And if they did answer them, they wouldn't give you a minute talking to them about who you are, how you got their contact. Sometimes they just, oh, sorry, I'm not interested. But a text message, they'll read it and finish it, even if it's from a strange person they don't know. And then it will cause an intrigue in their mind. They're like, who is this one who has texted me about money? So texting causes less stress, especially to those of us who are still new distributors. It is the easiest way you can create more traffic for yourself. Are we following? Now, those of us who are taking pictures of this, let me just give you an advice. You guys have back offices. They call them the distributor tracking centers. Yes or yes? You log in, and then you click where your picture is. There is the resources part. Are we following? This one is there. There is slides Monday to Friday. They delete it on Sunday and put for next week. Make sure you take screenshots of that, or you download it. For this class, I want you to get your notebooks and papers and pens and write what you understand from my words. These ones, you will have them in your phones. Let's clap for us, all of us. That's why when I'm here, I'm a little bit strict on those who are texting, because it's not this, it is what I say. I can just read this and finish. When we were learning MLM, I told you my grand upline was good. He told me, when you sit in a training, just off track for you, and those of you who are online, the most important thing is that notebook and a pen, and your ears and your eyes, if God helps you. Use your eyes and your ears to write down what you understand from whatever the training is being done. Are we together? This slide you can have and not understand. But when you write what you hear the trainer say, you understand many things now. That deserves a round of applause for those people. Let's clap for you. Texting is important, and it makes life simple for the new distributors. All of us are new. But then there are some 7 steps we can follow when you're texting. First of all, a text comes to an individual, like person, me. So you need to personalize it. I don't have to rush. If you have a list of 100 people, just put aside maybe an hour or 2, and you just have to edit and make it personal. Not hi, and there is no name, and then you no more spamming thing. No. Keep it personal. What do I mean? When inviting someone via text, it is crucial to make that message personal. You know, you need to highlight why they are great fit for the opportunity based on the uniqueness you know about them. Now, you can use their name as the one sending the message to personalize the text to these people. And they have given you an example here. Hi, Annie. It's Jalia here. Hi, Mark. Stephen here. Hi, Mabo. Stephen here. Hope you're well. Or how are you? And then you can tell them the reason as well you're texting. I came across a fantastic business idea that I want to share with you, and I feel it can be a great fit for you for this new year, 2025. Please get back to me and let's have a time to talk about the details. Here they've just given you a clear example. Hi, Annie, it's Jalia. I hope you're well. I came across a fantastic business opportunity and immediately thought of you, given your background as a nurse. Mark, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Stephen here. I just thought about calling you, then I changed my mind to texting. Let's hook up for this, blah, blah, blah. Be personal. Mark should know it is meant for Mark. Jennifer should know it is meant for Jennifer. Are we together? You're Jennifer, right? Amazing. So keep it personal. Have you understood this one? Then, avoid spamming. Copy and paste 10 people. Copy and paste 10 people. No, what is spamming? Spamming is the act of sending the same message. To how many people? Now read for me this one, the first one. 1, 2, 3, aha. Now, when you send the same message to many people repeatedly, you're spamming. That's why if I get information about the Super Omega 3, and then I send it to this client in WhatsApp, and then I get more information about the Super Focus, and I inbox the same client and they didn't respond, the same other product message, and then another, and they are not responding, I am spamming their inbox. I stop. I immediately call. And I'm like, hi, Marion, how are you? It's been days I've been texting you about product information. You seem not to answer. Is it a burden that I'm sending you all this information inbox? Like, no, Stephen, I like the information. I'm like, I look like I'm a spammer each time I send and you're not responding. But then, let's get back to this. Don't spam. That is what spamming is about. Hi, Mark, how are you? We have an opportunity and a presentation this Saturday. I want to be a part of it, blah, 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 because you're an engineer. And then Mark doesn't come back to you. And then next week, the same list. Hi, Mark, how are you? We have an opportunity on Tuesday. You edit the date. And then, hi, Joanne. That is spamming repeatedly. So spamming or sending unsolicited messages to many people is unprofessional and often illegal. Always specify how you obtain their contact and why you're reaching out to them. Gone in the days, or back in the days, we used to spam. And then you have a goal of sending to 500 people today. And then you don't have time to edit the name. So you copy and then you put here where there is sending. I don't know if it's still the same for those small phones. You can put more than one contact. You understand? You put your comma, so you're like, hello, an amazing opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Reach out. It is a spam. You understand? So you send 10 people. Then you copy, paste numbers, 10 people. Copy, paste numbers, 10 people. It was working for us then until we started getting government spies coming. And then after the presentation, again, how do you get my And then you have a long list, you don't even know where the name is. You understand? But then, when it is personalized, and it is as specific as that, I got your number from. For example, look at the example down here. Hi, Scovia, I'm Eric. Anthony recommended, I reach out to you. Anthony recommended. So when they call back, they're like, hi, Anthony, Oh, hi, Eric. This is Kovia. I got a text from you. And it read Anthony. Which Anthony recommended? Because I have many Anthonys. Some prospects are like that. Are we following? Hello? You can answer. Oh, thanks for calling back, Scovia. Yes, Anthony is a friend of yours. Unfortunately, right now I don't have the lists to know which Anthony because it's in the database. But then they wanted you to come and take a look at our opportunity. Very nice it is. And according to what they told us about you, it looks like you're a good fit for this. It would be best if you came around, probably after the presentation, we can verify who the Anthony is, but just know he's a friend who is close to you, and they felt you needed to see what they saw. Do you mind showing up today at 11:30 here at our offices to be a part of the select 100 people that are going to see the presentation today? Confidently, come. Are we following? Hello? Some of us are biting our nails. It is hard, right? It's not. Is it hard? You see, they've just told you, point number 3, that when you use the recipient's name to show that the invitation is specific to them, not a mass message, they easily and highly respond. So I want you to highlight why this opportunity is a great fit for this particular person. Hi, Stephen. I'm James here. Jonathan recommended you to our office as a hardworking and focused person, and we felt like we need to reach out to you to come and take a look at the opportunity that is changing Kampala people's lives. Blah, 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 blah. If you don't mind, please call back for directions to our office. It's a text. It has to be personal. It has to be simplified. You just have to reach out to as many people, and then you have the results. Stop spamming. Number 3, don't sound, read out after me. Don't sound robotic, Don't sound like you are an AI machine. Ensure that your texts sound natural, human, and conversational. Like how you text a friend just in case you had to chat. Avoid overly being formal in language and keep it simple. It's a text. You're just reaching out to this person. Be friendly in your writing. Stay conversational in your toning, and ensure that the conversation tone that you're using mirrors how you would naturally speak in person. You can even use emojis if you're using the MMS, the multimedia ones like WhatsApp, like Messenger. Are we together? And they're telling you here, the only thing you need to avoid in this one is the jargon, upline. Such words. People don't understand unless they're in MLM. That is a jargon, upline. Don't be so technical. You may confuse these people. Or you can intimidate them. So they have given you an example. Hi, Jovin, it's Jonathan. I've started a new business venture, and I think you'd be perfect for it. Can we grab coffee this week and talk about it? You can even put an emoji of a wink, like, you get it? Now you're texting your birthday. You can write down a list of all your friends that you did Form 6 with who have WhatsApp. And then you're in a WhatsApp group. You don't spam in a WhatsApp group with, hi guys, James here, I got an opportunity. Get inbox now. That's very wrong. Why do you avoid the hard work, which is simple? Get one-on-one. Hi Martha, SK here. I have an opportunity that I came across that I think it's the best fit for us as Form 6 Vacists. We can be able to maximize and make some money before we go back to campus. Our mission is to help about 100 youth make 100 million in the next 1 year. Would you want to be a part of this? Get back to me if you're interested. Hi Kathy, how are you? SK here. An amazing opportunity at hand. Can't give you the details on phone right now, but call back to see how best we can be able to break it down for you. In case you're interested, get back to me. Personal. No cramming. No copy and paste. Hi, Ronnie. SK here. It's been days you haven't met. I hope you're doing well. An opportunity to make 2 million per month. Details to be shared in a presentation. I was told to bring 3 friends. Would you be interested in being a part of this? Just cause intrigue. Send out to many. Be okay. Don't be robotic. Be natural. Then you realize John here is your friend. Hi, John. It's been days you haven't talked. I have an opportunity I want us to talk about to make money. Would you be interested? Get back to me for the details. Is it the same message? No. I'm not robotic. I'm not like, you know how robots be. They are programmed. Copy, paste, edit name. That's a robot. Copy, paste, edit name, change number. Robotic. So, like the people come and like upline. They even tell you the secret. I want you to formulate for me a message that I can send to my friends. They are your friends, they're not my friends. You just have to know in the back of your mind, you want them to come. Point number 1. Point number 2, you have an opportunity. Point number 3, the opportunity is good. Point number 4, they need it. And point number 5, it can change their lives. So, that's enough reasons to reach out to them. You just have to tell them, I am Stephen, and you are who? This is the reason I want you to come and meet me. Do you mind? Formulate a message. You're not robotic. You can even use slides what we call referrals. You know, when contacting someone based on a referral, mention how you got their contact. For example, when Martha shows up for a business presentation, those of us who have guests, I'll present with my heart, empathetic, connect, and get to understand why they might want to reject my business. And then show them how I'm going to support them. Martha, I know you're scared a bit. After seeing all those many slides in our presentation, maybe you're confused. That's how I was. I know how you're feeling. But you know what? This is what I found out. That is just a presentation. Presentations are meant to confuse some people so that many can drop off and a few who have eyes can stay. I want you to be on this other side of those who have eyes. And guess what? Martha, let me help you get the eyes. Our business is simple. You simply start and need 2 people left and right and make those money. There is no language that is so complicated here. And you know, to get these 2 people, all I have to do is to support you. 2 people. You have so many friends that should be working already, but they are underemployed, paid little money. Yes or yes? They're like, yeah. And many of them are not working that you think this could be for them. Yes or yes? Like, yes. And many of them who are sit-home parents, and they want the best for their children, but then maybe their job is not able to satisfy, maybe they're working online, and they can do something extra. But yes, I want you to get me like 15 people that you think are smart, sharp, you can even be specific, this age group. You can even be specific, educated, university. Depends on what you want as a target market in your business. I'm going to do for you a favor. I'm going to reach out to them on your behalf, invite them to come and take a look at the opportunity. And in case they get started, the 2 will be there for you. Just look for the money to get started as we help you get this sorted. Are you sure? Yeah, we are going to help you. And then, that's a referral list. They'll give you 40 names. Now, when you sit down to contact these people, on the list of Martha, you need to contact them and mention how you got their contact. Hi, John. I'm Stephen. Our mutual friend, Martha, mentioned that you're skilled at team building. Because if I ask for the referrals from you, before I call them, I call you, just in case you're not here with me. Or before I text them, and you're like, this is Jonathan, I'm reaching out to Jonathan. Actually, Martha, I'm reaching out to the people you gave me today, this evening, and I want them to come to the business tomorrow. I'm already working on your business, even as you're looking for the money to start. Martha, now this is what I want from you, Martha. In a few minutes, I have like 2 minutes. This is 40 names. I want you to give me an idea or a hint about each of these people. Who is Jonathan to you? Who is Martha? Who is Rachel? Who is this? How do you know them? Are they like this? Like this? Okay, first give me those 10. Let me first reach out to them. I'll call you back shortly. If they call you back, tell them to just come. Are we together? And then you do this. So tell them why they are a perfect fit for your presentation. Personal references add credibility and trust from that third party that you want to reach out to. Are we making sense? So text messaging is the simplest of all ways you can use for invitation. But let's get back to our pie chart. You need which kind of discipline? You need military grade discipline because you work against numbers. If your goal is to text 100 people on a daily for 5 days, Monday to Friday, which gives you 500 contacts reached out to in a week for 4 weeks, which makes it 2,000 people texted in a month. Texting 2,000 people is better than you reaching out to only 400. Because if I send my text to 2,000 people, some will see it now, some will see it in the evening, some will see it 2 days later, but in a week, they have seen it. In fact, when you use text messaging, let me give you statistics. 70% of the texts are seen between the first and the 15th minute. That's why texting is very, very, very effective. Within 15 minutes, 70% of people texted have seen the message. Even you here, even when I stop you from using your phone, those of you online, you see how many messages on WhatsApp are coming up there. You're minimizing the YouTube to see the messages instantly. That is how effective texting is. Are you following? If you're following, clap out loud for them to know that you're in the house. So you're not there alone, there are people around watching me live. So you can text referrals, but you have to be personal, and you also have to give them why you got the contact and why you have texted them. That's the example you can use. The next point, read it for me. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, You know, sometimes you complicate the business, you say, guys. You have a list, you have SMSs and data, and you're thinking, what will they think on the other side when they get my message? What if they call me and ask me a lot of questions? Avoid overanalyzing. Don't overthink how to approach someone. Just text. You know, when you overthink about which kind of text I should use for this particular person, it is going to cause indecision and delayed responses and potentially missed what? Opportunities. Just text. You know, there is one way I was using. I get this contact from this guy, like it's a whole list of 300 people from a wedding list, and then I don't know these guys. And then I'm like, think about the people in your wedding list. And then you're like, these guys are my friends. And then tell me about them. Some are managers, some are what? Some are like, okay, fine. If they're managers, whatever it is, okay. The wedding list doesn't have what? Titles. But then I know who the wedding guy was, the groom, the owner of the list. Mark. So I'm like, Mark is the guy, Chimuli. So Mark Chimuli is my reference. He's the person I'm going to hide under. You get it? So then I call Mark Chimuli. I'm calling you guys. Because some of them can buy my Super Mega 3 Mark. You know, Mark, this is the reason. Some of them can be part of my business. Steven, you're not spamming me. I'm like, no way. I'm just wanting them to be a part of my network, either as customers or distributors or business owners. They're like, okay, fine, Steve. I'm like, Mark, if they call you back, tell them Steven is my buddy and my brother and my friend. And he has something nice. Just take a look at what he has. I text. You don't have to overthink. And you even give yourself time. You're like, these 300 names, they have to be done today, not tomorrow. Some of you are lazy, you're civilian. You want to text 40 people in 1 week. You send 5, you wait. You send 5, one of them calls when they are very harsh. You get scared. You drop the phone. You go take cold water. You go stand at the balcony. You take fresh air. 2 hours later, you come and look at the phone. You're scared. You get it. You stop. What if another one calls? And then bad news. You send again. Another one. Never text me these stupid messages. You guys are spammers and scammers. Like, yeah, right. My mind was telling me the right thing. These things are like spamming. Let me go back to another one. You start calling people, you don't even know how to talk to people by call. The texting would have eased your life because you're still new. And then 6 months later, 8 months later, no sign up. Let's use the text. I have a friend of mine. She got started in business. And then she got 2 people, 2 boys. And then she got her list. And then she gave them, this is my old list from my friends. She got her name list, gave to this one. And another part of her name list, gave to this one. Then she told them, give me your name lists. You understand? So you text mine, I text yours. So when they call, let me not say their name. Hakim, someone has texted me, you give me the number. I even tell them, or she was telling them, you put Hakim Tizito. So that they know which Hakim. You get it? So they're going to call who? Me. And when they call me, I need them. You understand? Will I be negative? You're like, hey, a text message telling you about an opportunity. Wow, that guy is good. Super good. There is an opportunity in there for you. Make sure you get time to meet them. You know when they come, this distributor brings them to her. And then, now it is a different environment. We call it the ego strategy. What is it called? Say it out loud. The what? You guys are sleeping on me. It's called the what? When the ego wants to destabilize the chicken, it comes and swoops it off the ground and takes it to another level. Up in the sky, the chicken is seeing everywhere. It is confused. It dies before it is killed. You understand? So you get your prospect, who is your friend, from his home, you bring them to Budu house, you convince them with level 3 visits. You get it? That is Rina, that is who, that is customer care. This is where you get the products. Let's go down. All these people have come to take a look at the opportunity. Those guys you see in suits are already making some money. For example, we go to Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? This is my friend Ronnie, and Ronnie has come to take a look at the opportunity. Jonathan makes about 1.5 million every single week, and he has only been in business for about 6 months. Am I right, Jonah? Yes or no? Jonah will not be mean on me to tell me I'm lying. Altogether. Of course, I'm not lying. I'm just being smart. And then Jonah will be like, oh yeah, I don't give him a chance to speak. I move to another one. You get it? And then Jonah is thinking, I only asked him, is it true or not? He had to say yes. And that is all I wanted from him. Before he says any other statement, I get my prospect away like an eagle. I go away, understand? Who has learned this one? It is called which strategy? Is the ego slow? Is it slow? Steady and fast. So Arun, you need to be fast. Are we following? Avoid over-analyzing. I think the ego doesn't too much analyze. When it makes a decision, I'm going for that bird there. To another ground. And then even if it puts it down, the chicken does not know kamocha very well. It has been used to one day. You understand? It is confused. It wouldn't know where to hide. It will drop it there and look at it being more confused and think about what to do for it. If it's time for eating, it will get it for eating. So what you do for your prospects? Text them, let them come. So focus on setting those appointments rather than crafting a perfect message and a perfect time. Send the messages, like start immediately. Hello? So, the other one, you need to consistently do the invitation every other time. Consistency is key when it comes to inviting. You know why? When you text people, not all of them will respond to your invitations immediately. But when you regularly invite, let me see, if you're sending out 2,000 messages every month for 6 months, you have sent out 12,000 messages. That's almost half of Nambole Stadium. And they have your text. And maybe 4 months later, they realized there was a message that was calling me for an opportunity, but that time I was busy. How about if I check out this message, which I read and ignored, and see if the opportunity is still there? When they call back, will you throw them away? Yes or no? You're like, oh yes. Excuse me, sir, 4 months ago, I got a message that I did not respond to, and unfortunately, they will lie to you, I didn't see it, I've just seen it now. You understand? And then you're like, oh, okay. You're like, yeah, and I was just thinking, is the opportunity still there? You just have to be smart. Maybe that time you're making 400,000 a week. You're like, yes, we have limited slots left, maybe 5. But if you come early at around 10:30, we will be in a training. When we're done with the training, I'll give you 30 minutes of a brief to see if you can attend the afternoon presentation. You're more elite now because 6 months later, you've attended more trainings. Are you following? So, throw that invite as many times as you can. You know, the law of averages applies all the time. We're in a numbers game. If you text 20 and I text 100, chances of me having a guest tomorrow are higher than what you have 5 times. Are you following? And you have to be a business person. You can imagine how many times MTN sends you messages and Airtel. You ignore what they send. You transact by airtime, they send to remind you of your balance. Why do they send? Do they send what doesn't work? Are you making sense? If in 1 year you can text maybe 100,000 people, Uganda has about 48 million people. You don't need all of them. Of them, maybe you need 100,000 people to know that you have a business. Of the 100,000 people, let's take 10%. What is 10% of 100,000? How much? 10,000. Now, of the 100,000, if 10,000 people call you back, imagine 10,000 calls. It's too much in 365 days. Now, let's do the math. What is, 365 days make a what? A year. Those of you who don't know, they are roughly 366, 365. Let's do the 365. Now, 1 or 10,000 people have called in 365. You want to know how many people call you per day? Let's do the mathematics. Get your calculators very fast. So how many calls you receive per day? I want you to be mathematical in everything you do for business because business is for calculations. You don't do MLM without calculating. What is 10,000 divided by 365? 27.39. Let's say 28 people call you back. How would you feel every single day getting 28 people calling you, hi, Jonathan, how are you? Tell me about your business. Hi, Mark, tell me about your business. 28. That's nice, isn't it? Now imagine they call you between 8 a.m. to about 5 p.m. That's about 8 hours. So I want to know, 28 people in 8 hours, how many people or calls you receive per hour? 28 divided by 8 is what? Isn't it? Approximately 3 calls every hour. At 8, you receive 3 people asking you about your business. At 9, you receive 3 people asking about your business. By midday, if you were stupid for the first 3 hours, on the first hour, are you still stupid? Answer me. Are you still stupid? Because if you wasted the first 3 people in the hour, and then another 3 to make it 6, when you spoil 9, if I am your upline, on the 12th spoiling, I want to shave your hair off so that you get fresh air on your head. You get it? And then I want to get a hammer. And then try to see if when I hit your head, you can die. And if you don't die, the brain will wake up. Understand? Let's clap for us. You understood what I'm talking about. That means in 4 days, you're sharper. And people are like, it's 2 weeks and I don't have guests and then I don't know what to do. And there is text messaging and you even have data. And then they tell you, data expiring in 24 hours. It expires, you put more, you don't use it. It expires, you put more, you don't use it. And then you have mobile money, 20,000 on your phone. And then MTN, Airtel, and all these telecommunication companies have put all different bundles. They have put call bundles across networks. They have put call bundles for that network. They have put text message bundles. They even put data bundles. And you're still engaged, blind. Lastly, tap for me your neighbor like this. Poke them. You poke your neighbor like this. And tell them, are you listening? What did they tell you? They asked. Poke them again. If a presentation is this Saturday, I want to invite them before Thursday. So that if they don't see it on Thursday, they'll have Friday to see it and come on Saturday. Invite 24 to 48 hours in advance. Give your prospects time to prepare by inviting them at least a day in advance, or even 2. This ensures better turnout and allows for proper planning, even you, the one who is going to receive them. This allows for better follow-up and being thorough on your guests as you're working. You see, when you invite in advance, you reduce the chances of prospects not showing up because they saw the text left. Are you listening? So everybody look at that sample message we have right down there below. Everybody look at it. And then I want you to read it out loud with your energy for me at the count of 5. So I'll start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a Monday. Hi, Mark, it is Stephen. I would like to invite you for a cup of coffee and talk about an opportunity that can change our lives come the next 3 quarters of this year, 2025, given that this first quarter is almost done. Would you be free on Friday at 6 p.m. for a chat? It's a text, it's a WhatsApp message, it's a messenger, it's a Snapchat call. What's the thing called? Message? It is an IG inbox. All those are message platforms. Are you following? Get busy. You can text in the night, you can text during the day, you can text when they are sleeping, so they wake up finding a message on their gadgets. Usually I text in the morning, very early. At 4 a.m. I'm up, I'm 5, I'm done. Go for prayers. And then take a shower. And then read for 30 minutes or watch a video, whatever it is, personal growth. And then prepare for my 7 a.m. class, where I spend 30 minutes with my elite working class people via Google Meet. And then I'm driving while I'm on this one. By 8, I'm in office or I'm in parking. ready to attend sale here. By 9, I'm here. Every day since I started business. And then I'm done. And then after that, I do OPP. When I'm done with OPP, I have another meeting online at 2. Then I have another meeting online at 5. Then I have another meeting at 8 for the company. It's a company Zoom, I have guests. It's a product talk, I have distributors and prospects, we call customers, like the one we're having today. Did you know that today we're having a product talk by a doctor? Yes? And then when it is done, 9:30, I have another Zoom at 10 for my personal business. How busy are you? Are you doing business? Texting is one way I easily get disabled. Don't forget today's meeting. Text distributors, text customers. Hi Marion, I hope your products are still in there, but if they are not, get back to me. We have new stock that was loaded last week and people are buying it. You have to have a running discount. I want to be a part of this. We're taking a discount. But it. Do like this for me. Do for me. These guys are not hearing you. You do for me. You text. These people are not texting. They are just stealing. You understand? So when we're done right here, I want you to consistently. And you know, consistency is what transforms the average to what? Read for me that out loud. Everybody with your guts and lungs open out loud. 1, 2, 3. When you're consistent enough, you know, the only challenge we have is that many people in this business are average. They are too civilian, They take things for granted, and you know they give up easily. Now I want you to listen as we conclude. Everybody, even those of you online. When you stop being casual and civilian, and you choose to adapt the discipline of working like the police officers, waking up on time, sleeping on time, working on schedule, and driven by goals. My goal is to text 1,000 people this week between Monday to Friday. 1,000 people Monday to Friday, 5 days, is 200 messages per day. But where am I getting these contacts? You start thinking of where to get these contacts. Now, when you text 1,000, 80% will not respond. 20%, it's called the 80-20 rule, law of averages, will respond. Of the 1,000 people, 200 people will call you back. 200 calls in 5 days, divided by 5, is 40 calls per day. Damn, 40. Is that small work? Now, because you got 40 calls today, you will not text again for next week. Civilian. Complacent. Short-sighted. Get your eyes from now. 7 habits of highly effective people. One of them, they say, you need to see the end from the start. Now, for Okata, those of you who don't have a bigger picture, it is 20% of you who will understand this one maybe. I hope you're part of the 20% as I conclude. I'll use my board because I love board work. That's how I learned MLM. And this is it. They call it a napkin presentation in a restaurant. They are napkins. And then I have my pen here. And then my guest is here. Then I pull out 2 napkins to make it thick on this table. So I draw a circle, you. So let me do a napkin presentation for you. You understand? The end is to become diamond. Diamond. Everybody say, diamond. 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 I want you to be energetic like I am. Diamond. 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 So at my pounce of the fist, I want you to say diamond. I don't feel the energy. Only these guys are saying the guys at the back are so like dormant. They enjoy me being on stage and iconic. And then these guys think we are only ones in the front. Everybody, Wait, Afande, put up your hand. You, put up. The one behind you, stand up. Stand up. So I want you to shout, because you are not shouting. They were doing stupid things and you think you are wiser. Not you. Afande, sit down. Him, let him stand. You in a sweater. So you do for me, The next time they say people, everybody participate, so continue with him, Diamond, you need 7 platinum legs. If I need 7 people to become platinum, then what does it take to become a platinum? Somebody was saying we need practical training, and this is it. Platinum, you simply need to build a network. One, build a network of distributors who in time can make sales of products worth a volume of $40,000 US. No time frame. Let's talk about 12 months. But then, each time, these distributors, not members, there's a difference between members and distributors. Members join the business, they watch, they even open their mouth like this, drooling, sleeping. Days pass, they don't realize days are going. Distributors, they want to distribute. The colon detox. You dress up in your suit, not to go home without money in your pockets, because you're a distributor. You don't want to open your supermarket and then close it in the evening. People have just been doing window shopping and even haven't sold a sweet. If you don't sell a sweet in your supermarket, remember, soon you don't have money for rent. You close and go home. Distributors make sales. Repeat after me. They make what? Sales. It's Thursday. Have you sold any product? If not, start thinking right about your business. Soon you'll be out of business. Now, are you listening? If I want 40,000 CV, if that's what I want, 40,000 CV, let's say I need people who can make 100 CV per month, because that is very simple. 100 CV is 5 trim ton. Maybe 5 Super Focus for children, because Super Focus has 20.1 CV. So if there are 5, that is 100 point. So 100.5 person has sold 5 Super Focus. That is simple. If somebody is lazy, they will sell 2 every week. Find 10 parents, sell 2 to 2 parents, one piece. Let me not go into that science. But now, if I want 40,000, how many people who can make me 100 CV do I need? So I'll divide. That means I need 400 distributors. Then I'm like, 400 distributors. How about if I push to do this in 1 year? To build a team of 400 people. Only 400 people. So I'll stop looking, or I'll start looking for the 400 people. Who I'll each train to sell 5 Super Focus because they are under dreamers for my big dream to come to pass. But then some of them will be dreamers with training. So my mission is to find 400 people. So of the 400 people, how many can I get? They told you a serious distributor will need to look for 40 distributors. Now, 40 distributors directly sponsored, I've just been talking about them. 40. If this is you, you find 40, and if the 40, each one finds just 10, 40 40 times 10, here you have how many? So, if the 400, each one finds 10, down here in third generation, you have how many? Distributors. But then, let's take it at this, that in the first 5 months, I find my 40 in 5 months. Then to finish the year in 12 months, in the next 7 months, I hope the 40, each one find 10. So we'll have this and this, 440 distributors. Now, if each one of them sells just 100 CV, which is 5 super focus, we have 44,000 CV. Not shillings. Kakati, why do I be lazy on texting people when I need only 40 people to bring me? You know, if I brought 40 and I teach the 40 to bring 40, they'll bring 10. We give ourselves time. This is not for everybody. But I hope you are among the few who are seeing what I'm trying to talk about. The big goal is to become diamond. So first of all, in this first 1 year, my goal is to become platinum. Very fast, 7 months I'm done, or 8 months I'm done. Because I have 400 people in 7 months. Some of you have 1,000 people and you're still brooding. Let me look at you again. Even an old woman can find 400 people if they found 20 who can bring 10, 10 each, who can bring 10, 10 each. By the time 5 levels deep, you have 500 people. The only challenge is you're looking for 2 people, left and right. So, are you listening? Diamond needs 7 people to become platinum. Of my 40, these ones, I need just 7 to become what I did. If I'm so cursed, not blessed, not prayerful, the 7 out of 40 can come after 2 years. In my 3rd year, I'm a diamond. By the time the company celebrates 5 years, among the diamonds, I'll be among. You will be among. Who is a diamond here? Now let me tell you, when you see it from there, when you're still here, you pull it from there to here, and you start behaving like there when you're here. You'll stop being casual. You stop thinking like everybody thinks, Budu house level. You look at Budu house, you're bragging, you're nothing. Let's push. This business is still so young. It's going to hurt you. When a new person comes in next year in January and they are diamond after 1 year, and you're thinking, how did he do that? They become a sapphire, 3 legs, and how did they do that? I've been around for a year and I don't know. Oh, he came from another company. They have experience. I was going to say WTF, but I left it. What have you been doing after 1 year? Don't you have experience also yourself? Are we making sense? Are we making sense? So let's look at the business the way it is. Start by texting. Friday we have a movie, this one. Come and watch. That foreman guy. And then get that inspiration to be a military disciplined, committed person. Military. God bless you. Thank you very much. Let's invite Hassan. You have a message?